If you've ever felt like you're drowning in data, trying to juggle a dozen different tools just to get a simple answer, well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to talk about a platform that's designed to bring some serious order to that chaos: Microsoft Fabric. Let's dive in and see how it plans to tackle one of the biggest headaches in modern analytics.
Right? This is the big question, the one that keeps data people up at night. You've got data over here, a tool there, another one somewhere else, and trying to make them all play nicely together feels like you're solving an impossible puzzle. It just shouldn't be this hard.
And this whole messy situation really boils down to three major problems. First, it's just plain complex. You need a whole army of specialists for each different tool. Second, it's totally fragmented, which means your data is scattered everywhere, creating these stubborn silos of information. And finally, stitching all this stuff together, it's not just a technical nightmare. It gets incredibly expensive fast.
So, what's the answer to all this complexity? Well, Microsoft's big bet is a platform they call Fabric, and it's built from the ground up with one goal in mind: to be a single, unified solution. Okay, so what is Fabric at its core? First off, it's a SaaS platform, software as a service. That's just a fancy way of saying you get all the power without having to manage all the complicated infrastructure behind the scenes. But the real magic is in that phrase end-to-end unified. Just imagine all your tools, from data engineering to BI, all living together in one happy, cohesive home. This chart right here, it really nails the shift in thinking. On the left, you've got the old way, the familiar chaos, that patchwork of different tools, constantly copying data from one place to another, creating those frustrating silos. But on the right, that's the Fabric way. It's a radical simplification. One platform, one copy of the data, and teams that can actually work together. So how on earth does Fabric pull this off? Well, the entire system is built on one incredibly powerful foundation. It's called OneLake, and honestly, it's pretty revolutionary. Let's take a look. Think of OneLake as the one single source of truth for your entire organization's data. It's like one gigantic data lake for everybody. Now, the keyword here is logical. Your data might physically be stored in different places, maybe even different clouds, but OneLake makes it all look and act like it's in one unified storage system. This is an absolute game changer for getting rid of duplicate data. And this isn't some locked-down proprietary system either. Nope. OneLake is built on open standards, so it loves common formats like Parquet, CSV, and JSON. But here's the really clever part. Every single tool in Fabric automatically writes data in an open format called Delta Parquet. This basically means they all speak the same language, so any tool can read and work with data from any other tool instantly. No more technical barriers. Now, this is a super cool feature. What if your data lives in, say, another cloud service? In the old days, you'd face a massive, painful migration project. With Fabric, you just create a shortcut. It's basically just a pointer to that external data, letting Fabric use it right where it is. No moving, no copying. This keeps OneLake as your central HUD without forcing you to uproot everything. Okay, so we've got this amazing unified storage layer. That's fantastic. But how do people actually get their work done? Let's look at the tools and the governance that make Fabric a real practical platform for teams. See, Fabric isn't just one thing. It's the whole shebang. It's a full suite of services that are designed to work together perfectly. So, for example, your data engineer can build a pipeline, and your data scientist can immediately grab that same data, no delays, no copies, and start training a machine learning model, all in the same environment. That seamless handoff is where the magic really happens. To keep all this work from turning into a new kind of chaos, Fabric uses something called workspaces. You could just think of them as secure, collaborative project rooms. Inside each workspace, a team can keep all of their stuff, their data, their reports, their models, and have super tight control over who gets to see and do what. It's the key to making teamwork on a big platform actually work. And for all the IT admins out there, this is a huge relief. Fabric brings all the controls into one central place. From a single admin portal, you can manage permissions, see who's using what, and even automate common tasks. This kind of centralized governance is absolutely crucial for keeping things secure and under control in a big organization. All right, now let's talk about the part that sprinkles a little bit of AI magic over the entire platform: the built-in smart assistant, Copilot. This quote really hits the nail on the head. Copilot isn't just for the expert coders. It's designed to be an intelligent partner for everyone using Fabric, to help speed things up and make even really complex tasks feel a whole lot easier. So what can this thing actually do? It's incredibly powerful. You can ask a question in plain English and boom, it generates the complex SQL code for you. As you're typing, it's intelligently suggesting the rest of your code. It can even look at your data and automatically point out key insights you might have missed. It's like having an expert assistant sitting right next to you 24/7.
So, after all that, what's the one thing you should walk away with? It's this. Microsoft Fabric is all about simplification through unification. It's about taking your scattered data, your separate tools, and your siloed teams and bringing them all together on one single, cohesive, and easy-to-manage platform.
And that really leaves us with a fascinating question to chew on. This unified approach, it's a pretty bold vision for where analytics is headed. So, is the industry really moving towards this model, towards one lake and one platform to rule them all? It is definitely something to think about.